because I know this is going to absolutely enrage you, possibly even, trigger a Joey rant, a famous Joey rant.
Uh-oh.
Let's see this story, Joey. You ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
Got this
I'm
from
ready.
InfoWars. Outrage as wildlife agents seize and then euthanize a family's blind pet deer. A family in
Are you on
Louisiana.
YouTube?
Sorry, I am on YouTube, but you say whatever you got to say, man.
Just keep reading the article first.
A family in Louisiana is upset after state wildlife agents confiscated a blind deer that they had nursed back to health, issuing the family a stiff fine and ultimately killing the deer in state custody. Not only did they take this pet deer from the family, they killed it and gave them a fine. This fresh fawn found its way into the Sibley family 7 years ago. The baby deer was blind and abandoned by its mother in Baton Rouge. The deer, named Little Buck, was free to come and go as it pleased and on and off in the Sibley's property, and it eventually grew into a large buck. All was good for nearly a decade, but last December, an anonymous complaint was lodged with the Louisiana Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, whose agents visited the property, arguing that the Sibleys were in violation of the state's wildlife rehabilitation program, which does not allow rehabilitating fawns or keeping deer as pets. Agents shot tranquilizer darts at Little Buck while he laid calmly in his bedding, then issued the Sibleys a citation for possessing a quadruped and a fine of $1,600. Wow. So you find this family $1,600. What? Why is it illegal to nurse back to health a fawn?
I'm trying to be careful with the things that I say.
I mean, I knew this story was going to piss you off. I mean,
Do you remember that one fella that did a thing in New York?
yeah, against a certain healthcare official.
Yeah. As the days goes on, I feel a bit of connective tissue, especially when I hear a story like this.
Like, what crime is being committed here? Who's being hurt by this
First of
family
all,
allowing a blind deer to wander on and off their property?
who's the government to say what somebody can like raise as a pet? Like, if someone raises a pet lion and they're like capable of raising the pet lion, then let them raise the pet lion, especially if they have an open if they have like a backyard and stuff. Now, that dude who was raising that lion in the apartment in Harlem, that's a different story. But like, who's the government to say what you can and can't do in regards to this? It's not like a deer is like gonna claw you to death like a fucking lion. I just like, what are these arbitrary? You can't have these animals, but we're just gonna kill them. What?
Yeah, and then
that just sounds like a complete power trip.
it's very reminiscent of the story that we have of Peanut and Fred. Literally, who are these people harming? Who are these people harming by keeping these animals as pets? Literally, no one is being affected by this.
Unbelievable.
We talk about government overreach all the time. You and I both. This is the kind of thing where this has no effect on literally anyone. This doesn't affect the environment. This doesn't affect other people. This doesn't affect anyone. The only people that you affect in this situation by killing this deer is the family that loved it and nursed it back to health for 7 years.
Like, dude, man, like, fuck. I mean, this shit, if this happened to me, I'd be going out like John J. Rambo. I'm just saying.
Like this Killdozer moment.
Basically, and like, I don't want to, nobody should be afraid to say something like that, because the fact that these corrupt assholes have no nuance in anything that they do, and they're just capable of doing so. It's a blind deer, bro. It's not a goddamn coyote. It's not a freaking
yeah, we're not even talking about
lion.
like a predator.
It's a freaking
yeah,
it's a blind deer.
We're not even talking about like a predator animal. Like, it'd be one thing to be like, oh, this family had like a blind cougar roaming their property that they just like fed and stuff. Like, okay, all right, cougar, maybe, that thing could hurt people. But a deer, like, what's the deer gonna do? Maybe run into someone really fast? Like, it's not likely.
The only way deers ever hurt actual human beings is when it's dark out and they run to the middle of the road like a bunch of morons and you hit your car. That's the only time deers ever hurt a motherfucker.
And they don't even do it on purpose. Yeah.
And this is Louisiana, man.
Yeah.
What did I say at that culture war show, man? All the laws, all these laws just exist so they have a reason to go after normal people who can't fight back. Nobody gets into law enforcement. Nobody gets into politics because they want to do the right thing. Most of them get into it because something happened in their youth and they want to exhibit authority over people. That's the only reason why someone would be motivated to get into politics. The reaction to that is sometimes when that happens is people get motivated to go into politics because they feel like they have to because everyone sucks in politics. That's where you get like your Thomas Massey types.
And, Motley, I don't want that to be the case. Motley Murmurs in the chat said, I guess people who rescue and rehabilitate animals should stop posting about it online. I don't want that to be the case, but if the case is that me posting an animal online that I nursed back to health could result in me getting fined and that animal put to death, yes, I would stop posting it. You have to.
Yeah. Yep. You in this day and age where it's getting harder and harder to be anonymous about literally anything, you have to resist that temptation of putting your whole life on online. Like if you were to venture over to my Instagram, like the last time I posted anything was like 2 years ago. I mean, I don't even like post like many like live action things of like what I'm doing on Twitter, and maybe I should, but like I just like you can't. In regards to exotic pets, as they call it, you really just need to be sealed. You got to keep your mouth sealed, man.
Yeah. But it's just ridiculous that you could have people in Texas that literally own tigers. Literally own tigers,
well,
have pet
Louisiana,
tigers.
Apparently.
Yeah, but you go to Louisiana and you can't keep a blind deer. A blind deer. What was this family supposed to do? Just let the deer die? Let the deer die. It got abandoned by its mother. It's blind. Screw it. Just let it die on your property. Let it wander around and die. Like, what was this family supposed to do?
Listen, you could make this same argument as far as like having quote unquote exotic pets that you could for I don't know, something like the Second Amendment. The government, who's the government to arbitrarily tell you what pets you can and cannot have? It is a human being's choice. If you have a farmstead, if you have land that an animal can run on, and you somehow are capable of raising a lion, then you should be able to raise a lion. And if that lion mauls you to death, this is a choice that you made.
And
this
then
is
the government,
not even a lion. This is a small deer.
And then the government, and then here's just like everything else, Joey, because people are like, because people would say that, it's the same. It's exactly like guns. Because people would be like, oh, but what if that gun gets used for a crime, or what if that guy goes and commits a crime? What if someone he knows in the house gets his gun and commits a crime? Okay, same thing with the pet. Let me own the pet, and if something happens with that pet, then we'll deal with it. That's how it should be. If I want to own a pet, let me own the fucking pet, and then if I fuck up, then you take away that right.
This is like this. Oh shit! My bad.
It should be exactly like guns. You have the right to own a pet. You have the right to own these animals, and if you prove that you can't have these pets, then that right can be taken, just like guns. That's
Tyler,
how it should be.
I want you to do some weekend research with your girlfriend. You if you haven't already, you need to watch the movie Minority Report.
Shout out to my girlfriend, by the way, because she found this story.
Oh, I see. These are the types of stories that probably make girls go all. What's that character from Mario? No,
yeah, she was scrolling Twitter and she found it. She sent it to me.
Yeah. So, but this is what you just said is literally the premise of the Minority Report movie. Like, well, what if this happens? What if this happens? Trying to predict when crime is going to happen. Are we just gonna try to assume that all of our law-abiding citizens are now going to break the law because a very small minority of them break the law? We're just going to extrapolate that all the citizens are rule breakers because there might potentially be 1 in every 1,000 people that do something. So instead of like, we have a law system that's innocent till proven guilty, but the way that they try to anticipate crime is guilty, guilty, guilty until you show us otherwise, or go along with what we deem acceptable.
And this is coming on the heels. Killing it sense is exactly right. This is coming on the heels of that other story we just had recently of the law enforcement officer shooting the blind Chihuahua.
Ugh.
There was for those of you that didn't see that story, there was a blind, literally a blind and deaf Chihuahua, small dog, maybe not Chihuahua, very tiny dog, leashed to a tree, running in circles, and the cop said he had to put it down because it was coming right for him. Literally the meme. Oh my god, it was coming right for me. He literally did
just
the
a
meme.
South Park episode. Oh, Dad, it's coming right for me. Oh my god.
Yeah, and then he lit the dog up. Like, literally the world's smallest dog, blind, deaf, tied to a tree. It's coming right for me. Like, you can't make this kind of crap up.
You want to get you listen. The best way to get people politically motivated, the leftists figure this out, is to get people emotional. And now the left gets people emotional about everything, but you know what? If people on the right started covering stories like this more, nothing gets people more into a fervent rage than unjustified killing of animals for no reason.
Literally,
for
like,
no reason.
Who does this benefit by? Like, no one benefits from this having happened.
I don't know of anybody in here, and if you do, I don't want you to follow me anymore. But like, if you like vibe with shit like trophy hunting for no reason, just because it's a challenge for me to take down an animal with this crazy artillery that I possess in my hands, like I don't think anybody that has any type of a soul vibes with that stuff. Everyone knows that if you raise chickens and cows, that you are going to have to slaughter them one day for food and for a purpose. But that's the cycle of life. Doing things for no reason is like you're a psychopath.
To add to the trophy hunting stuff, the only sort of trophy hunting that I'm in full agreement with is the specific trophy hunting in which all of the money goes to the preservation of the other animals, because there's certain areas where they'll have you go and hunt the problematic ones, get them out of the area, and then the money that they force you to spend to go and hunt that problematic one, they use on the non-problematic ones to preserve them. So I like situations like that, but I know what you're talking about. There's cases where people will just go hunt fucking lions for no reason.
Yeah, like a situation where like an area is like overrun with deer or whatever, and
or like there's a problem elephant. Like there's cases of elephants killing other elephants, so then they have hunters go and hunt that one.
You say we trophy hunt Maybe if we lived in a proper society, it would be like the Old West, and we'd have bounties.
Yeah, so the Alien versus Predator jokes and like hunting down PDF files, like I love all those jokes and stuff. It's just I don't jive with vigilante justice. Sorry, people get way too fervent in their beliefs, and you know,
you like that word, don't you?
Well, they do. They get tied really hard to their beliefs, and you know, sometimes you just can't change someone's mind. And if they really truly believe that you did something and you didn't, and now they're just carrying out vigilante justice, like it won't be good for society, is what I'm saying. Like I understand how someone gets to the vigilante justice. I understand that completely. All faith in the system is lost. There's nothing to do. The government, big business got their thumb on us. There ain't nothing we can do. Like I can understand how someone gets to that thinking, but you have to consider the reason why we have innocent until proven guilty, and it's for the most abhorrent people of society, is that what if you assassinate the wrong person? You know, you just can't you can't potentially put innocent people in harm's way. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you just can't do it. As much as you know, I can see why one would be able to justify it. You can't do it. You know, and like, I don't want to bring this up because I know Ian Crossland's been on that kick ever since he went on your show, but like there is a difference between like I hooked up with a 17-year-old and I E-par'd a 6-year-old. I never meant to like to trigger that in him, by the way.
No, I mean, you could tell he's been thinking about that though.
Look, it's true though. It is true. It's just like they've said on the show, it's a distinction without a difference. Like you can tell people the difference, but at the end of the day, they will see it as the same thing.
They shouldn't though. They really shouldn't, because
I mean, you're right. There are degrees. Well, yeah, we don't have to get into that debate. At the end of the day, we agree there are levels to evil. Both are evil, but one is clearly worse.
Yeah, one's an 11 and the other is like an 8. You know what I mean? Like,
yes, yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah,
on the scale of evil, one's an 8, one's an 11. Yeah,
being prepubescent versus starting to develop an adult mind, they're very different things.
Yeah,
but it's still equally as abhorrent.
But so let's jump back to this story. Jump back to the main story, because it goes on here. It says State Representative Lauren Ventrella. So this is in a Republican district, by the way. So for those of you that want to try to blame Democrats for this, nope, this was a Republican district with Republican politicians. So they successfully sponsored a resolution in 2024 exempting several animals, including squirrels, skunks, possums, raccoons, rabbits, and chipmunks from the rehabilitation program. While the resolution did not exempt deer, Representative Ventrella argued that the situation appeared to be a case of government overreach, especially considering Little Buck could travel freely on and off the Sibley's property. So they didn't even confine it to their property. It was literally like, oh, I like these people. Let's hang around right here.
Unbelievable.
It was a wild animal that. So what does this mean? If I live in the middle,
It was like
of the
a house
woods,
cat.
Yeah, if
I mean, it
live
was
in the
like an
middle of the
outcat.
woods and like I have raccoons that show up to my house just because they like me. I have dog food on the back porch. Wildlife control is going to come and put these raccoons down because I let them on my patio for 7 years. Like what? What kind of argument is that?
Unbelievable. That's what it is. It's completely unbelievable, and I never seen a finer example of government overreach.
It comes down.
Redheaded libertarians talking about it.
we have a quote here. It says it comes down to a matter of common sense, right? If this deer is free to come and go as it pleases, is it really even possessing wildlife in the first place? No, you're not. In order to possess wildlife, you have to confine it to an area.
Donald Trump needs to do something about this. That'll make his presidency go from a C- to a B+ for me.
I think so. At least a B-, a C+ to a B- at least.
Yeah. Don't you want to be remembered as the guy who stopped a government
crap
overreach
like this?
killing
Yeah.
poor animals for
No more
freaking
killing
reason?
animals. We're stopping all
Listen,
killing
we're
of
not
animals.
going to kill the animals. The poor deer. Poor
You know, everyone
peanut.
keeps talking about an immigration freeze. Can we just have a euthanization freeze? Like, we just stop euthanizing all animals for the next, like, 3 months so we could work crap out?
This reminds me of a story. Cassandra Fairbanks used to be the booker on Timcast. There was a story of a lady who I guess was kind of close to where she lives, that she had a whole compound full of like was it monkeys or something, and like she was essentially, it was like a zoo. She had like her own zoo, and like the monkeys were there, and like it was inspected and everything was good. There was nothing wrong with the monkeys. They're all happy. They were all kind of living in their space, and they enjoyed being there. It was very obvious to anyone who saw, and like they just showed up and took away all the fucking monkeys. And then you know what happens when they take away the monkeys? All of a sudden those monkeys stop living. They're like, you can't confine these wild animals, so we're just going to kill them. And
that's ridiculous. And what kind of
Cassandra,
argument is that?
Cassandra's,
you can find an animal, so we have to kill it. Like, why not just relocate it?
Yeah, because they'll say you can't relocate them now because you're so used to being.
Yeah,
and
now
like,
they've been
normalized
to humans. Yeah,
dude, Cassandra was going so hard on this story, and like, I really vibed with that. It was, but like, there's nothing what could they do? Like, just have armed security 24/7. It's ridiculous. You already have people who come after people for things like COVID lockdowns, or you're not following this tedious, stupid law. And now they're going to come after people for having certain types of pets. You live in an open space, dude. Even if those pets get out, like, come on, man. People encounter wild bears all the time. I don't know, man. These are like small monkeys. They're not like gorillas. They're like fucking like this big and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a joke. I'm so sick and tired of the government. I'm so sick and tired of these little agencies that shouldn't exist to give these goddamn psychopaths justification and feel important in this world.
And Joey, the government knows they were wrong in this situation. You have the state representative Lauren Ventrella saying that this was government overreach. And then as for the charges issued against the family, the state ultimately declined to prosecute them and rescinded the fine. So the state even knew it was like, oops, sorry, oops.
Now, you used to watch sports, Tyler, so whenever a bad call is made in like football or basketball, and then the officiating people come out the next day and be like, yeah, we made a mistake. It's like, oh, okay. Thanks, you made a mistake. Are you going to be held accountable for it? No. Is a referee going to be suspended for 5 games because he made a stupid call? No.
Yeah.
Are we going to go back and restart the game with 30 seconds left? No.
Yeah, like
so
there was someone that rubber stamped, take the animal and kill it. That person needs to be prosecuted.
Listen, even if we're not run by a group of elite PDF files, we are run by psychopaths, and there's no way around that. These people will literally do anything in their own world to justify everything they do because they feel like they need to be important.
Wow. So
these are the weakest people in society, man. The weakest, and they somehow always get the most power.
Joey.
Yeah.
The LDWF added no one should touch fawns or raise deer without the proper permits. Meanwhile, the family, the Sibleys, are upset at their loss of their free roaming pet, especially since the Louisiana State University has been allowed to keep tigers, the school's mascot, in concrete enclosures. They
Well,
can't
that's
keep their
okay. They
fucking
have state
blind
approval,
deer,
Tyler.
but the University of Louisiana, they can keep literal tigers on
This
campus.
is what bro, this is literally what I said on the goddamn culture war. Selective enforcement of laws. Selective enforcement.
That's why I love that clip I have of you. Literally, they will make up things to go after you because they don't care. And then they were like, "What's the question?" And you're like, "There's no question. It's just a statement."
Yeah. You'll have to send me that.
I told you I need to email it. Unless I could post it to my YouTube and you get it that way. I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, or you could just tweet it out.
So, but it goes on to say here, quote, this is a quote from the family, "And we parade this tiger around at games and all the things, all for public enjoyment, but I'm wrong for having a blind deer that had a need and we continued to provide it." Exactly. Like, this poor family, dude, what are they to think? Imagine how alienated they are going to be from their community after this. Like, I would absolutely hate fucking everyone around me. You know what I mean? Like this is the kind of thing where people just disconnect from the community.
I don't know how I'd be able to go on, quite frankly.
I don't know how I'd go to the grocery store because I would just be walking around thinking about how all these people just support the county that did this to me. Like it's it's really blackpilling. It sucks. Any final thoughts before we move on? Because I mean this is just. There's too many stories like this. This happens far too often. And yes, it looks like this was from the redheaded libertarian. She was talking about it.
Yeah, this seems like a story that would make her fucking piss go to a boil.
Yeah.
'Cause it does for me.
No, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting that the government is just allowed to do things like this. And the justification for it is, oh, it's illegal. It's crime.
Yeah, well, it's illegal, but, it's not illegal for them. It's illegal for you. You're not part of the big club.
Yeah.
It's only the club that we used to beat you over the head with.